In medicine in general, when someone's on a blood pressure medication or someone's on an antidepressant medications, when the physician decides to take them off of that medication or change them to something different, before they do that, they actually wean them down off of those medications steadily and carefully, right? It is a little odd that we still to this day abruptly stop people from drinking, in my opinion. There isn't really an absolute need for it to be an abrupt cessation like that. You really can taper people off of alcohol successfully. And that's been done in Europe for decades, actually, which is the literature that we used when we were building this program. Um, Tapering people off can be extremely successful. There are many advantages. One of them is, you mentioned hallucinations. Hallucinations can happen when you abruptly stop alcohol, because alcohol is a depressant in the brain. It's really slowing things down, right? The reason that people go on, drink alcohol in the first place, is because they want to relax their brain, calm things down. If you've had a calming agent on the brain and then suddenly you remove that, well, you can imagine a calming agent causes the brain otherwise to be even more excited a little bit, right? It's sort of trying to compensate for the fact that it's getting exposed to something that's depressing the brain. So it excites itself in a way. And so when you take that depressant off immediately, the excitation part of your brain is still going. That takes some time to settle down. So if your brain's still in a bit of an excited state, you're going to feel anxious. You're at risk for hallucinations. In fact, you're even at risk for seizure. So at NorthStar, we don't stop people abruptly from alcohol use. We actually taper them. Sometimes it takes a week and sometimes it takes longer. It really depends on the patient. But in our experience, by doing it that way, while taking them down off of alcohol, but bringing them up onto a medication that we use called gabapentin, it's incredibly effective at helping people to feel like they've essentially had the alcohol replaced for them physiologically. It doesn't make them feel high, they don't have a euphoria, but what it does do is make them feel like their cravings are minimized and they don't feel that awful feeling that they do when they're, really sort of desperate to have alcohol on board. Um, so that adjustment makes it so much easier to come off of alcohol because as you come down off of it, you're going up onto that. Do you stay on gabapentin forever? Absolutely not. That medication is there really just to create that bridge so that way you're now off of it and your brain can start to have a chance and your body can start to have a chance to heal. And then we start the nutrient work. And that's where we're really restoring body health and brain health and where we see those long-term improvements.